My name is Jeff Cleary. I'm the founder of Grateful Bread Company in Golden, Colorado. Grateful Bread makes high-end, handmade, custom artisan bread for most of the best restaurants in Denver and Boulder. Well, I've been baking my entire life, even since I was a kid in Pennsylvania. I had my first bakery. But I've always been a chef. I've owned multiple restaurants in Denver, but all my restaurants had bakeries. But after September 11th, my restaurants kind of took a hit, and I had to make a change. And part of one of the sales of one of my restaurants was to take all of my baking equipment with me, and I started Grateful Bread in 1995. I came through here to go skiing for just a season, and was one of those people that end up staying forever, since it's a beautiful state, beautiful climate, except for today. But it's a great place to live. I've lived all over the country in Colorado. Denver is excellent. Grateful Bread itself, we are very selective of the customers we take on, so our growth is actually fairly slow over the last couple of years, because we are working with the best chefs and they keep opening multiple restaurants. So we're trying to add some other product lines. Like I just bought a mill from Austria, so we're milling fresh grains for Grateful Bread and chefs around the city. And then we're putting in a complete test kitchen for Grateful Bread to test new product, and also to teach cooking classes and wine seminars and pop-up dinners and that kind of stuff. It's a great recognition. I mean, Colorado Biz Magazine, I've been following that magazine for many years, and it's a great honor to be listed amongst just a few companies that they pick every year for that. So it means a lot. Problem is, I think the hardest part is just being self-employed. I mean, people don't realize how many hours you have to dedicate and how many sacrifices you need to make, and how many vacations you need to miss just to build a business the size that we are today, with 27 employees and 70 hotels and restaurants. It takes a lot of dedication and a lot of sacrifice and putting the basic fun things aside. I have a great crew. I mean, that's one thing that makes where we are today, because it took a long time to build it. And one of the things is I tell them is we make mistakes. The issue is how we fix them and how we handle the mistakes. And the biggest thing is you got to be honest about it. So if I have an employee that makes a mistake that doesn't tell us, then they don't really work for us anymore. So since I have a great crew, they're self-correcting. They basically, I can come in a day and they say, hey, this is what we made a mistake on, this is what we fixed, this is what we did. And most of the time I have no problem with it, because they owned up to it, they took care of it, and they took care of the customer, which is what's most important. I have a lot of long-term employees. I have people with me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years now, 9 years. So hopefully I'm fair. Build your business on a cash basis. Financing is kind of tough, especially in this day and age. If you build your business slowly and you pay cash for the items throughout it makes your ability to change through ups and downs much easier than if I had a lot of debt load on equipment and trucks and everything. I couldn't be near as flexible in what I was doing for the customers. I do a lot of things for customers, especially small up and coming restaurants, that really isn't profitable but we do it because they have passion, and they love what they're doing, and they want it to be one of our customers. So that kind of gives me a lot of flexibility to be able to do things that I wouldn't normally think about, just because of the money aspect of it. When you have a lot of debt, that makes it very difficult to not only make decisions on things that would be good to do for somebody that's not really that profitable, but it also makes it difficult, if there's ups and downs, to be able to adjust quickly. So I would say just take your time and save your money and pay cash.